Hello guys and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about the top 5 best electric sports car in 2022. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 5. Pinifarina Battista. The amazing 2022 Pininfarina Batista is nearly a discussion. It's like trying to visualize the hidden conspiracy room of deadly schizophrenic. This is your first peek at the next 20 years of Italian supercars. When you first see a Battista, the car, not the man, you want to reach out and touch its beautiful body lines. You should, if the wealthy owner permits it, you'll feel a heartbeat. This isn't corny, overblown schlock. Every electric car has an aural warning system to warn blind or smartphone-sucking pedestrians of its approach. It couldn't engineer an exhaust note, so why not work with what it had? The Battista's e-heart uses 2 speakers to create a deep, audible resonance that vibrates the entire body while releasing a Space-Age thrum. Peek around the back and you'll see the Pininfarina drop cap badge beat in unison. It's a touch Disney-like, but it's a wonderful departure from the usual stillness or mechanical hum. The e-heart is also felt in the seat backs. Considering the Battista is advertised as a distance-blinking GT, the range is surprising. Pininfarina argues a 230-mile range is a good baseline, down from the more optimistic European Worldwide Harmonized Light Vehicle Test Procedure or WLTP rating of 310 miles. A 20 to 80% charge at a 180 kilowatt station will take 25 minutes if you're going beyond Newport Beach to Malibu. Pininfarina says it limited faster charging to extend the Battista's battery life. The Battista's effective life is of great relevance to the firm. Currently, electric automobiles are considered disposable. A pricey battery change is necessary to keep them running. Because an EV's battery pack is frequently the most expensive component, the car is usually junked rather than repaired. The recycling industry is attempting to reduce costs, but at present, all EVs have an expiration date. Unsurprisingly, Pininfarina claims the most often asked question is regarding battery life. To allay their fears and ease their wallets, Battista customers can purchase a 10-year battery warranty. To maximize battery life, Pininfarina recommends leaving the Super GT permanently plugged in when on standby. Rimac C2. You may not have heard of Rimac, and if you haven't, how did you find out about it? But if you want to get a sense of the prominence of this young and creative firm has already achieved in the automobile sector, take a look at the following. It appears likely that Rimac will acquire Bugatti in 2021 after purchasing 10% investment in the company in 2018. Porsche purchased a 10% stake in the Croatian business in 2018 and increased it to 16% in 2019. After the Concept 1, which debuted in 2017 and boasted a 1,073 brake horsepower output, 220 mph top speed, and a price of £670,000. Only 150 units will be produced, practically all of which have already been reserved, with deliveries scheduled for 2021. Sales in the United Kingdom have been handled by the well-established dealership company H.R. Owen. The hardware is impressive if not a little eye-watering in price. In addition to an electric engine for each wheel and independent single-speed gears for the front and rear axles, the automobile is equipped with 2 2-speed dual-clutch transmissions for the rear axle, with a C2 to maximize its 1,888 brake horsepower and, more importantly, its towering 1,696 pound-feet of torque. It must be able to accelerate quickly. Number 3. Lotus Evija. This is where things start to get interesting. The vehicles described from this point forward are ones that we have not yet had the opportunity to test drive, but they do exist on more than a theoretical level, and in some cases on a far higher level. The Evija, which cost £2 million, is now slated to be publicly unveiled during the summer of 2021, according to current plans. The bare statistics are a little mind-numbing in their simplicity. Lotus itself was startled to discover that the car's 4 motors combined produce more than 2,000 brake horsepower rather than the 1,973 brake horsepower that had been previously estimated. Because of this, we expect the performance to be similar to Freefall, even though the vehicle weighs only 1,680 kilograms, which is relatively light in EV terms. Although Lotus is more concerned with handling and dynamism than with raw statistics, the power delivery is said to be a crescendo, much like any natural aspirated engine would do in a race situation. While it remains to be seen just how much of the Evija's conventional Lotus characteristics are captured, Heffel's effort appears to be the most likely candidate to succeed as a driver's car among the impending electric hypercars. Number 2. Audi RS E-Tron GT. The Porsche Taycan is essentially the same automobile as the first electric vehicle to bear Audi's RS initials, although with a different paint job. In addition to employing the same powerful electric motors, one for each axle, and the same 3-chamber air suspension, the basic design is the same as it is on the other vehicle. As a result, the battery pack is also carried over, so when the WLTP range of the car is verified, expect it to have a range of 250 miles and the capability of a 350 kilowatt ultra-rapid charging. What this all implies is that, first and foremost, the RS E-Tron is a lightning-fast vehicle. After going on sale in 2021, the flagship version will have a 612 pound-feet of torque and 637 horsepower, and it will sprint to 62 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. It will be the most powerful production car ever. For those coming from another Audi, Audi has worked hard to make the remainder of the dynamics feel as ICE Audi-ish and unweird as possible. It is here that those first concerns about character are dispelled. Who would be more terrified, a Porsche or an Audi, if their car felt like a Porsche? Porsche most likely. In any case, the e-Tron GT steering could only come from Audi. It has that lightness off the line, a true directness early on, and the remoteness that the Taycan avoids, proving that Audi must force all Audis to achieve it on purpose. It's not as interesting as a Taycan, but it's reassuring in its way. It's wonderful to have such a wide range of options between the two brands, and the Audi is a very comfortable car to drive, secure enough on the straights but requiring little effort to turn. Knowing the RS E-Tron from its early prototypes, we know it handles well, albeit without quite the panache and engagement of its predecessor, particularly when it comes to steering. The car will also have a more relaxed gait than the Taycan, making it marginally more suited to extended travels at the expense of some B-road agility. And of course, number 1, Porsche Taycan. Porsche has had significant influence on the electric vehicle market, which is precisely what you'd expect from an industry behemoth of Porsche's status to do. A 4-door fast Grand Tourer, the Taycan is just smaller than Porsche's existing Panamera model, but it is by no means the lesser vehicle between the two. To be honest, it's not a leap to argue that Porsche has imbued its first electric car with all of the trademarks of its best mid-engine attempt, and the Taycan exhibits excellent body control and remarkable balance, as well as finely calibrated operating controls and perceptible steering precision. This is further enhanced by the fact that it rides exceptionally well on its air suspension. This was a major reason for our decision to award the Taycan 5 stars overall following an extensive road test. The Taycan comes standard with a 79.2 kWh lithium-ion drive battery under the cabin floor, with the Performance Plus battery option as installed. That figure jumps to 93.4 kWh with just under 84 kWh usable storage. The smaller battery pack is only available on the Taycan, Taycan 4 and Taycan 4S, with a larger battery pack being standard on more expensive variants. The car's peak DC rapid charging rate is also reduced from 270 kilowatts to 225 kilowatts, even though both rates are acceptable for a modern EV and are provided by Taycan's 800-volt electrical architecture. When charging at the previous pace when available, the larger battery can be recharged from 5% to 80% in less than 23 minutes, giving the car a WLTP combined electric range of 301 miles. However, even in the entry-level 532 brake horsepower 4S, which despite its entry-level designation has super great accelerative, the greatest components of the package are readily apparent. There are now various versions of the range. The top-of-the-line Turbo S generates 751 brake horsepower and costs approximately $200,000, making it one of the fastest real-world automobiles on the planet, if not the fastest. What do you think of our video? We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know about your favorite part of the video in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.